Brokers. Ladies and gentlemen, inductees. All inductees, please pay attention. All inductees, please pay attention. You all have received the e-brochure for the induction of new associates. So please, according to the serial number of in front of your name on the brochure, that is the seat tag that you have. So please just check the number in front of your name. That is the seat. That is the seat tag that you should understand that is your seat. Yes, there's a number in front of your name. That should also be the number on the seat that you are going to be occupying. Not the 4-digit purpose number, the serial number. The serial number. All inductees are expected to go through the list in their e-brochure and make sure that their seat number tallies with their serial numbers. Please note, you are not to look out for the purpose number. You are not to look out for the 4-digit purpose number, but look out for the serial number. So if your serial number is 17, then your seat should have a number 17. If your serial number is 59, then the seat you should occupy should be the one with the tag 59. Please let us get that sorted quickly so we can commence with the proceedings for the evening. Thank you. Now, please, can we all be seated? Please let us all be seated. Please let us all be seated. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please can we all be seated? We are about to commence. Please let us all be seated. Please let us all be seated. At this point, Please, ladies and gentlemen, let us all be seated. There's still a lot of people walking around, and we would like that we are all seated before we get on with the proceedings of the evening. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. At this point, we are going to, please, I would like us to clear the aisle. Please let us clear the aisle at the center of the hall. Thank you. Please, we need to clear the aisle at the center of the hall. Thank you. Please, the center of the hall needs to be cleared. The center of the hall needs to be cleared. Thank you. Thank you. Please, the center of the hall needs to be cleared and should not be crossed. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, again, you're all welcome to the induction of the new associates of the Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers on this day, 28th Thursday, October 2021. At this point, we will now all rise on our feet to receive the procession of principal officers. Please let us all rise on our feet as we receive the procession of the principal officers. The principal officers are led by the mace bearer, who is the head, legal, ethical, and compliance services, followed by the president and chairman of council, Mr. Olatunde M. Amolegbe, FCS, followed by the first vice president, Mr. Oluwole Adeosun, FCS, followed by the second vice president, Mr. Oluropo Dada, FCS, followed by the registrar and chief executive, Mr. Josiah Akerewusi, FCS. In this procession, we also have past president, Mr. Oladipo O. Williams, FCS, Mr. Michael Itegboje, FCS, Mr. Oluwaseyi Abe, FCS, and Mr. Adedapo Adekoje, FCS. Ladies and gentlemen, we now have the principal officers present in this gathering, and now we proceed to take the national anthem. The national anthem, please. Your seats. Thank you. You may have your seats. Thank you. Again, you're welcome to the induction of new associates of the Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers on this day, 28th, Thursday, October 2021. Please, I would like us to acknowledge our principal officers, beginning with the President and Chairman of Council, Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers, Mr. Olatunde M. Amolegbe, FCS. Please give him a round of applause. Please, after I introduce each of the principal officers, I would like that we give them a befitting round of applause. Thank you. Also, I'd like us to appreciate the presence of the first Vice President, Mr. Oluwole O. Adeosun, FCS. And we also have with us the second Vice President, Mr. Oluropo Dada, FCS. And we have the Registrar and Chief Executive, Mr. Josiah D. Akerewusi, FCS. And this induction is also honored with the presence of past presidents, men who have laid down and set legacies for the Institute to currently run on today, even setting the pace for a greater future. Please let us appreciate the presence of Mr. Oladipo O. Williams, FCS. Mr. Michael A. Itegboje, FCS. Mr. Oluwaseyi E. Abe, FCS. And Mr. Adedapo O. Adekoje, FCS. Also, we would like to introduce all council members present. All council members present. Again, I reference all of our principal officers that have been introduced earlier, and that is the President, Chairman of Council, Mr. Olatunde Amolegbe, FCS, the First Vice President, Mr. Oluwole Adeosun, FCS, the Second Vice President, Mr. Oluropo Dada, FCS. We have also the Registrar and Chief Executive, Mr. Josiah Akerewusi, FCS. I also like to appreciate the council member, Mr. Karimo Korfi, FCS. Please let's give him a round of applause. And we have Mrs. Fiona Ahime, FCS. Please give her a round of applause. That's the first woman I'm introducing tonight. And we have Mrs. Elizabeth Ebby, FCS. Oh, please give her a round of applause. Give her a round of applause. Thank you. And we have Mr. Sunday Babarinde, FCS. Mr. Sunday Babarinde, FCS. Then we have Dr. Mohammed Momo, FCS. And also from the Securities of Exchange Commission, we have Mr. Isiako Tilde, FCS. Ladies and gentlemen, we have some special guests amongst us who have honored the invitation of the Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers on this occasion of the induction of new associates of the Institute on this day, Thursday. On this day, Thursday, 28th October, 2021. It is my pleasure to acknowledge the representative of the Oni of Ife, and that is the Alara or Daye of Araland, Ife. Please give a round of applause for Oba Dr. Adebisi Layade. Your Highness, sir, I believe that my pronunciations are in order. If not, eforigi me. All right, please give him a round of applause again. Please give him a round of applause again. While we have a number of special guests amongst us, the list is inexhaustible, but a comprehensive recognition will definitely be done soon enough. At this point, I would like to welcome the President, Chairman of Council, Mr. Olatunde Amolegbe, for his welcome address. Please give him a round of applause. Please give him a round of applause as he comes up. Thank you.
The Chairman, House Committee on Capital Markets, Honorable Babangida, the Director General, Securities and Exchange Commission, Dr. Lamido Yuguda, the Principal Officers of the Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers, the Council members of the Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers, my apologies, the Oni of Ife, as ably represented, the Governing Council members of the Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers, honorable members of the Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers, invited guests, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the induction of new members to the honorable profession that is stockbroking and the business of securities and investments. The tradition of holding an induction of members into the profession is an acknowledgement of the efforts that these new members had put in to get to this stage, and also an opportunity for the new members to hear from the key players in the industry, to get to know them, and gain advices and admonitions as they start off on this new journey, as they start off on this new professional journey of theirs. Business of stockbroking is one built on two pillars, and that is of integrity and trust. You will hear a lot of that tonight. As I had mentioned earlier, those two words aren't catchphrases in this industry. They are words that you will be expected to demonstrate in the way you conduct yourself. Every day you continue to carry the title stockbroker. Not only will you have to see it or come across it theoretically, but you will be expected to practice it daily. Because those are the pillars upon which this profession rests. Whatever you do, those words will be tested. Whatever action you take, whatever words you speak, and wherever you find yourself interacting with the public, as long as you are seen as a stockbroker, your actions will relate not only to yourself, to the house you represent, but indeed to the entire industry as a whole. So the expectation of the Institute is that you let these words be your watchword from now on and for as long as you continue to practice. Opportunity for growth and career advancement abounds in this industry, particularly in this nation of ours, Nigeria. As we have mentioned, we have significant deficits in infrastructure. Our financial system and our financial architecture can still be referred to as emerging. And on the back of that, professionals such as ours are presented with significant space to operate and grow. So how far you can go in this industry will really only be limited by how resourceful you are as an individual and the sort of support you get. The industry has done its part to take you this far, and we are very glad to be inducting you into the profession today. But know that your joining the industry today is just the beginning of a journey, of a long journey indeed. Your training has not stopped and will probably never stop as long as the financial industry continues to evolve. Our expectation, therefore, is that you continue to make yourself available for the CPD and the continuous development training for which you will be called to participate on a regular basis. You should also make yourself available to serve the institute and the industry in whatever capacity for which you are invited. Because that way, not only do you learn, you also grow. I'm not unaware that some of you that we will be inducting today are actually established professionals in various fields in your own rights. But please know that no two industries are necessarily alike. And as you will find out in good time, this our own industry is essentially a unique one. You are going to hear quite a bit of admonition today, but I thought that it was important that I try to create a base for you. As I've said, it's our pleasure to welcome you to the industry. We'd like to watch you grow and prosper, and we would like to see you contribute your quota not only to the development of the C.I.S, but to the development of the industry. Once again, we welcome you and we wish you all the very best. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Please, a round of applause for him again. Now, for a brief remarks, I'd like to invite the Vice President of FX Commodities. Please welcome Funto Olashemo. Okay? All right, please give her a round of applause. She's here. Please give her a round of applause. Give her a round of applause. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I believe we can do better. Stockbrokers, please give her a round of applause. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to stand on all the existing protocol. I'm giving this brief goodwill message on behalf of my MD, Ayodeji Balogun, who unfortunately couldn't make it here. FX, as one of the licensed commodities exchange licensed by the Securities and Exchange Commission, we are always very excited to be part of the capital market because we believe that without you, we cannot grow the strength and the potential of the commodities market. So a few things that we would like to say as we get new inductees into the community of the Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers is to begin to look at what is the capital formation of the Nigerian economy and how it has not been able to help build the productive sector of Nigeria. And all of this we see in how we've not been able to stabilize inflation, the rise in unemployment, and of course, the exchange rate that is all beating everybody left, right, and center. And one thing that we need to know is that government cannot do all of these things. And there is where the capital market comes in which we can help reduce the food inflation, and which currently stands up at about $11 billion. That's a lot of money. And then create more jobs. How do we do these things? We need to be very innovative to create instruments that are asset-backed and that can unlock financing from the capital market and flow it to the real sector to create real jobs and create real value to the productive sector. Also, this is where, again, the commodities exchange come into place. One is to help securitize the process. A lot of us within the capital market sector, our clients are asking for alternative asset classes. But the question then is, how do we securitize this, de-risk the sector, and make it attractive to them? The commodities exchange, whether it is FX or any other exchange, can help do this securitization process through the electronic warehouse receipt. What we keep telling our clients and everybody that cares to listen is, the moment you can take any kind of physical commodities and convert it into an electronic warehouse receipt, the possibility is endless. Look at what is happening in Kenya. In Kenya, the citizens can use commodities to pay bills. They can use to pay school fees. They can use to pay electricity bill, all because they can transition from that physical commodity into an electronic warehouse receipt, and then they can use it to support their livelihood. Also, we are also creating a market that has a buy and sell side. And one of the limitations of the commodities market, particularly the agri sector, is the fact that everyone is relying on the government to do so many things. But there's a lot for us to do as capital market operators. And again, this is where the commodities exchange come in, where we can help de-risk the sector and attract necessary financing from the PFAs. The PFA as today has an asset of over 10 trillion. What are we doing to those? Are we just flowing those money to the traditional asset classes? So this is a call, wake-up call for everyone that is being inducted to say, you are at the front of a revolution of changing the narrative of what it used to be, and how do you change the narrative and put your name in the sand of time. Lastly, I would like us to know that as investment bankers, we do consider ourselves as part of you, and we're saying that we are paid to beat inflation. And anytime you issue an instrument that doesn't beat inflation, then we are not doing our job. We need to think outside of the box and release products and services that are outside of the ordinary that help us beat inflation so we can deliver value and also help the next generation grow their wealth. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Vice President, FX Commodities, Funto Olashemo. Please, let's give her a round of applause again. And now to give a brief charge to all of the inductees, it is my pleasure to welcome the Director General, Securities and Exchange Commission, Dr. Lamido Yuguda, CFA. Please give him a round of applause.
Good afternoon, inductees. Thank you very much, Mr. President, for giving me this opportunity. Say a few words. This class of inductees. I would want to say congratulations on this very important feat, going through very stressful exam process. And imagine, as associate members, Chartered Institute, Stockbrokers. Congratulations. This is where your work actually starts, because you are assuming a very important responsibility. The motto Chartered Institute is trust and integrity. You are going to be managing people's monies. You are going to be the face of the capital market for your investors. If you do well, it's the market that does well. If you commit any wrongs, your investors will basically just condemn everyone in the market because it is you that they see. So you have a very big responsibility to carry that motto and carry it very, very conscientiously. Manage people's monies better than you are actually managing your own. And try as much as possible to ask yourself, have I really protected the interests of my investors today? Every single day, that you are working. Of course, you are also doing this for a reward. But I guarantee you, if you live by this ethos, your own rewards also will come in a very big way. But if you manage investors' monies with negligence, then your rewards will not come, and the market as a whole will actually suffer for it. Secondly, this is a market of rules and regulations. We have the Investment and Securities Act. We have the SEC rules. We have the rules of the relevant SROs. You will do well to understand these rules and also to respect them, to abide by them in your daily dealings. I think this is really the bedrock of a good market, so that infractions will be reduced to the barest minimum. And people will say that the capital market in Nigeria is actually a market where the rules are respected, where investors' interests are protected and are prioritized by the market operators. The last thing I would like to say is actually what I have said earlier: good ethical conduct. If you will not want this thing to be done to you by another operator, then don't do it for your investors. I think if you live on that, you will be very successful. Once again, I say congratulations, and I wish you a very successful career. I wish you successful careers in the capital market and wherever you may find yourselves in the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Lamido Yuguda. Another charge will be coming the ways of inductees now, and this time it will be from the Chairman, House Committee on Capital Market. Please welcome Honorable Ibrahim Babangida, ACS.
My fellow colleagues, good day. I'm standing before you today as one of you, associate member of the Institute. Let me also join the queue in congratulating you passage of the exams and the induction that is coming in the next few minutes. Let me say this. I believe most of you come from the membership of the Institute of Stockbrokers, also belong to other professional bodies. It's very important to put at the back of your mind that there is no conflict of interest between the two professional bodies. At every point in time, where you find yourself in a situation where there's a conflict between the two professional bodies, you have to tell yourself the truth. Which among the professional bodies is right? It is all our duty, our responsibility, make sure that we move this institution to the next level. And to do so, we have to play a very, very critical role. One, from the angle where we are coming from. You see, as a professional body, from time to time, we will be confronted with a lot of challenges, and some other group of people may be putting claim or want to take over the responsibility of the institution. So it is our responsibility, all of us, from today, to make sure that we make it a priority that in the next few years, we will make sure the Institute of Chartered Brokers takes the leading role in ensure investors' confidence in the capital market. We should also continuously update ourselves with the current reality within the market. After induction today, we should not go and sleep and say we are members of the Institute, therefore we don't need to update ourselves. It is very, very important from time to time. The Institute, Mr. President, I believe has an open door policy for advice and also to draw the attention of the institute where they are drilling. So let all of us as members of this institute take it upon ourselves that we want in the few years take this institution to the next level, and we also want to make sure that we restore investors' confidence so that more and more Nigerians will come to the capital market on the basis of trusts and invest in the market. Once again, thank you very much. I will continue as members to form an association that will make sure that from time to time we meet not only in the formal way, also in an informal way. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable, for that honorable charge. All inductees, even as they begin to ascend to the next level of their careers. Thank you. Please, a round of applause for our special guest who has given us charges towards a greater future. Ladies and gentlemen, please, if you are here, right now is an opportunity for you to invite your family members and loved ones and well-wishers to connect to this proceedings on the Facebook channel and all the digital channels of the Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers, even as we are about to go into the induction ceremony proper. And we commence the induction, even as I invite the President and Chairman in Council of the Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers, in the person of Mr. Olatunde M. Amolegbe, FCS. Please give him a round of applause. Please give him a round of applause. Please give him a round of applause. And I'll also invite the other principal officers. Of course, first of them all is the first Vice President, Mr. Oluwole Adeosun, FCS. Please let's give them a round of applause. Let's give them a befitting round of applause as we welcome them. To join them would be the second Vice President, Mr. Oluropo S. Dada, FCS. And they will be joined by the Registrar and Chief Executive, Mr. Josiah D. Akerewusi, FCS. I will now also identify and recognize as the Chairman, Education Committee, and that is Mr. Oluwole Adeosun, FCS. And then to join them on the podium will be the Chairman, Membership Committee, Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers, Alhaji Karfi, FCS. Also, I'd like to invite to the podium the head, legal, ethical, and compliance in the person of Mr. Odofin. Yes, please, Mr. Odofin, would like that he joins. Please, let's give him a round of applause. Let's give him a round of applause. Let's give him a round of applause. He's coming from quite a distance. Remember, an applause is the fuel for your journey to the podium. So please give him a round of applause. Thank you. And at this point, I'll also like to invite the head, membership, in the person of Mrs. Vivian Arabome. Mrs. Vivian Arabome. Technical team, please, I would like you to help us with multiple microphones now. Please, I would like you to help us with multiple microphones. Thank you very much. Okay, this is a special announcement. Induction will begin with the judges from IST. It's a special precedence, it's a special priority that must be done on this particular event for induction. So the judges from IST would now take precedence for this induction. So please, I would like us to have that understanding at the back of our minds, even as I hand over to the head, Membership Services, Mrs. Vivian Arabome.
Thank you very much. Honorable Justice Edward Ajayi, Honorable Justice Jude Udumi,
Eric Elujeko, Nosa Osanwege, Abubakar Ahmed, and Maman Zangana.
The chairman, membership committee. I, the chairman of the education committee, hereby present to you the following 5 graduate members of the institute who have fulfilled the condition of passing the examinations of the institute and are hereby presented for induction as associates of the institute. The chairman, membership committee.
Mr. President, I hereby present this graduate having fulfilled all the necessary conditions to be as a member of the associate. I hereby present them for being a member of associate. Thank you.
My Lord Emperor, sir, I want to believe you have copies of this oath of allegiance. If you do, sir, then you say after me. I mention your name. Hereby solemnly swear as follows: that I will bear true allegiance and always abide by the regulations and code of conduct and code of ethics and standard of professional conduct of the Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers, the Securities and Exchange Commission, the Nigerian Exchange Group Limited, PLC, NASD OTC Securities Exchange, FMDQ OTC Securities Exchange, and any other securities exchanges, as well as all other laws, rules, regulations, and procedures governing the capital market operations in Nigeria, as may be reviewed from time to time. That I will always uphold the honor and integrity of the institute. That will also uphold the honor and integrity of the institute and the profession. That I will not mislead. Or attempt to mislead the institute. On any issue. That I will always be honest. And transparent in all my transactions. That I will always have integrity. As my watchword. That I will not do anything. Capable of bringing disrepute. To the institute. Or the profession. That as an associate. I shall not default. In the payment of my annual subscription to the institute. in the payment of my annual subscription to
And
the
if I do,
institute. And if I do,
my name should be removed
my name should be
from
removed
the membership register of the institute
from the membership register of the institute
for any default beyond the 31st March of the year deadline.
for any fall beyond the 31st March of the year deadline.
That I will always make myself available
That I will always make myself available
to any duly constituted committee,
to any duly constituted committee,
investigating panel,
or
tribunal on transactions emanating from or in connection with me as a professional.
Or in connection with me as a professional.
That as a member of any committee of council,
and as a member of any committee of the council, investigating panel,
or
tribunal,
I will discharge my duties to the best of my ability.
I will discharge my duties to the best of my ability.
Faithfully, and in accordance with C.I.S. management rules and regulations.
And in accordance with C.I.S. membership regulations.
And code of ethics and standard of professional conduct.
And code of ethics and professional
that
conduct.
I will preserve.
That I will preserve. Protect.
And defend the terms of reference.
And defend the terms of reference.
Another cause for which my committee was constituted.
Another cause for which my committee was constituted.
That I will always abide by the capital market dictum.
That I will always abide by the capital market
My
dictum.
word is my bond.
My word is my bond.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you for that, Company Secretary. Thank you for that, Company Secretary. By the powers conferred on me by the Governing Council of the Institute and Act 105 of 1992, Laws of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and upon the recommendation of the Membership Committee of the Institute, I hereby confer on you today the associate membership of the Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers.
Please step up for a knuckle shake. President.
Yes. Okay. The next set of inductees will be called in the batch of 50s. Abimbade Adeshino, Niyi Rotimi, John Bridges, Sulaiman Abdullahi, Osage Omokari. Ifeolu, please come forward when you hear your name, sir. Osage Omokaro. Ifeoluwa Omileye. Hazan Tanko. Olumuyiwa Oshin, Ibrahim Jubril, Ishaku Polycarp, Bello Gamba, Anwalu Inusa, Emmanuel Olowokere, Joel Haruna, Fidelis Adewale, Olujimi Ige, John Amao, Ayodeji Durojaye, Bintu Liberty, Umfo Basi, Usman Mohammed, Muazu Hamed, Adeniyi Aremu, Folashade Akingbelure, Adeniyi Falade, Adeola Oluwabiyi, Abubakar Aliyu, Toyin Yusuf, Raymond Oche, Doris Oche, Ginika Nwahodo, Abubakar Shebe, Batlomi Aja, Oluwafemi Shobanjo, Alfred Ekiye, Ashu Yakub, Adeniran Ajakaye, Rashid Yusuf, Maxwell Okafor, Jonathan Labuta, Olaleye Ojerinde, Aminu Umar, Ademuyiwa Ogubanwo, Razak Oladimeji, Ifero Osanweyin, Yidiat Oyeniyi, Olarewaju Salako, Oluseun Shobayode, Alake Sanusi, and Chimezie Chimezie.
Any other person? Any other person? Where? Okay. Do you have everyone here? Okay. All right. The chairman, membership committee, I, as the chairman of the education committee, present before you this set of 50 graduate members of the Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers who have fulfilled the necessary examination requirements to be inducted as associate members of the institute. I hereby so present them to you, the chairman membership committee.
Mr. President, having fulfilled all the necessary conditions for associate membership of the institute, I hereby present this set of graduates as an associate member. Thank you.
Yes, I will bring it. To the inductees, please. Do we have the form for the oaths? Okay, then you say after me, please. I, then your name.
I, Abubakar Aliu,
hereby solemnly swear as follows, that I will bear true allegiance and always abide by the rules and regulations, code of ethics and standard of professional conduct of the Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers, the Securities and Exchange Commission, the Nigeria Exchange Group PLC, NASD OTC Securities Exchange, FMDQ OTC Securities Exchange,
FMDQ OTC,
and any other securities exchanges, as well as all other laws, rules, regulations,
and procedures governing the capital market operations in Nigeria, as may be reviewed from time to time, that I will always uphold the honor and integrity of the institute and the profession, that I will not mislead or attempt to mislead the institute on any issue, that as an associate, I shall not default in the payment of my annual subscription to the institute, and if I do, my name should be removed from the membership register of the institute for any default beyond the 31st of March of the year of deadline. That I will always make myself available to any duly constituted committee, investigating panel, or tribunal on any transaction emanating from or in connection with me as a professional. That I will preserve, protect, and defend the terms of reference and other cause for which my committee was constituted. That I will always abide by the capital market dictum. My word is my bond. So help me God.
By the powers conferred on me by the Governing Council of the Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers and Act 105 of 1992, Laws of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and upon the recommendation of the membership committee, I hereby confer on you the associate membership of the Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers. You are welcome.
Congratulations. Congratulations. The next set of inductees are Omolola Emmanuel, Olatunji Eson, Oliver Obata, Salawu Akpoti, Adedayo Olubuyi, Chinedu Oche, Harry Chinedu Oche, Harry Agbo, Sofiru Omonigba, Amir Saleh, Julius Akimoku, Olatunji Aje, Usman Amisu, Zunwenga Mbagwa, Clara Odom, Abubakar Isa, Oluwatosin Ayokunle Olubumi, Okuri Oyakire, Chinazom Izuora, Morayo Adesonwo, Nengi Isokare, Olaitan Ibrahim, Benga Olubayode, Aaron Anduwa, Ruth Johanna, Chima Wosu, Joshua Olupinla, Dauda Olabanji, Olubenga Olaleru, Hamed Jimo, Juliana Mba, Eneyi Simeni, John Oye, Olarewaju Lawal, Jude Mmadu Buegu, Olatunji Keshiro, Sulaiman Towolawi, Margaret Ume, Hamad Gaba, Pelemo Okikiola, Victor Ibitoye, Opayemi Adewumi, Emmanuel Emefenem, Modinat Daramola, Francis Agbola, Sunday Nlanga, Oluwa Sukomi Oladele, Muftau Raji, Salamatu Idris, Nwojo Osiri, and Joy Chimeze.
Okay. All right. The chairman, membership committee of the institute, I, the chairman of the education committee, hereby present before you this next batch of 50 graduate members who have fulfilled the necessary examination conditions to be inducted as associates of the institute. I so present them to you, Chairman Membership Committee. Thank you.
Mr. President, having fulfilled all the necessary conditions of the associate for membership of the institute, I hereby present this set of 50 graduates as associate member. Thank you.
To the inductees, I believe we all have the form with us. Please, let's bring it out. And please say after me, I, then you mention your name. I hereby solemnly swear as follows, that I will bear true allegiance and always abide by the rules and regulations, the code of ethics and standard of professional conduct of the Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers, of the Securities and Exchange Commission, of the Nigeria Exchange Group PLC, NASD OTC Securities Exchange, FMDQ OTC Securities Exchange, and any other securities exchanges, as well as all other laws, rules, regulations, and procedures governing the capital markets operations in Nigeria, as may be reviewed from time to time. That we always uphold the honor and integrity of the institute and the profession, that I will not mislead or attempt to mislead the institute on any issue, that as an associate, I shall not default in the payment of my annual subscription to the institute, and if I do, my name should be removed from the membership register of the institute for any default beyond the 31st of March of the year of deadline. That I will always make myself available to any duly constituted committee, investigating panel, or tribunal on transaction emanating from or in connection with me as a professional, that I will preserve, protect, and defend the terms of reference and other cause for which my committee was constituted, that I will always abide by the capital market dictum. My word is my bond. So help me God.
By the powers conferred on me by the Governing Council of the Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers, and by Act 105 of 1992, Laws of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and upon the recommendation of the Membership Committee of the Institute, I hereby confer on you the associate membership of the Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers. You are welcome.
The next set of inductees are Olayemi Alawole, Muhammad Lawal, Semiu Akinlesi, Oyeleko Oyekunle, Oluwapelumi Oshibemikun, Akinola Bello, Abdul Fatai Adebayo, Sunday Otunuga, Olamide Odesoya, Adeyinka Adewusi, Olapeju Sanusi, Aminu Halilu, Dinachi Onuchukwu, Samuel Ifemade, Abayomi Fakoya, Shuaib Bakare, Matthew Daniel Esson, Hamza Gwadabe, Obinna Azuike, Ebere Egbere, Oluwa Fisayo Asemokan, Kalu Emir, Babafemi Adebayo, Stephen Iyanagbe, Benson Etumudo, Ayodele Arikawe, Robert Omotunde, Babatunde Adesugba, Oluwaseun Giwa, Magaji Isa, Chinyere Indife, Abdulrahman Hamad, Adetokunbo Koya, Napoleon Okosu, Oyineme Koroye, Omo Simisola Ojomu, Wayeola Ajakaye, Abdultalib Said, Kamal Okunola, Lukman Muritala, Toyin Akinwale, Sulaiman Afa, Omaka, Emmanuel Osho Kamele, Abdullahi Lawal, Flora Fabian, Oyintare Toun, Oluwafemi Bakare, Lucky Erijitoma, and Titilayo Rando.
Is there anyone still coming? Okay. The chairman, membership committee of the Institute, in my capacity as the chairman of the education committee, I hereby present before you this set of 50 graduate members of the Institute who have fulfilled the necessary examination conditions to qualify for induction as associates of the Institute. I hereby present them to you. Thank you very much.
Mr. President, having fulfilled all the necessary conditions for associate membership of the Institute, I hereby present this set of 50 C.I.S. graduates for admission as an associate membership. Thank you.
To the inductees, please, you say after me. I, then your name.
I, Fakoya Bayomi Joseph.
Madam, please, where's your phone? Where's your vote? Your vote. Get it. Please, make sure you are holding your oath form, please. So, please, I, then your name, please. Hereby solemnly swear as follows, that I will bear true allegiance and always abide by the rules and regulations and of code of ethics and standard of professional conduct of the Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers, of the Securities and Exchange Commission, of the Nigerian Exchange Group Limited, NASD OTC Securities Exchange, FMDQ OTC Securities Exchange, and any other securities exchanges, as well as all other laws, rules, regulations, and procedure governing the capital market operations in Nigeria, as may be reviewed from time to time. that I will always uphold the honor and integrity of the institute and the profession, that I will not mislead or attempt to mislead the institute on any issue, that as an associate I shall not default in the payment of my annual subscription to the institute, and if I do, my name should be removed from the membership register of the institute for any default beyond the 31st of March of the year deadline. I will always make myself available to any duly consistent committee, investigating panel, or tribunal on transactions emanating from or in connection with me as a professional, that I will preserve, protect, and defend the terms of reference, another cause for which my committee was constituted, that I will always abide by the capital market dictum, my word is my bond. So help me God.
By the powers conferred on me by the Governing Council of the Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers and Act 105 of 1992, Laws of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and upon the recommendation of the Membership Committee of the Institute, I hereby confer on you the associate membership of the Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers. You are welcome.
The next set of inductees are Muyiwa Adenola, Festus Olie, Justina Ojo, Chidinma Okoro, Hepzibah Obiora, Julia Green Amakwe, Josephine Ewitat, Chibuike Emele. Olayemi Adeshina. Onyemachi Obiri. Anyalesi Christian. Uche Okorore. Abdurrahman Sule. Ismaila Vile. Saidatu Farouk. Kingsley Adeyemo. Grace Ojo. Chibueze Otunta. Kehinde Lamelisa. Lutifat Alayo. Boniface Oko. Wasiu Adeshino. Ayodele Adesonya. Atahiru Masido. Joy Nwabweze. Blessing Odua. Olumide Bolumole. Umar Garba. Charles Okoye. Samuel Akpalowo. Mustafa Ibrahim. Aniekan Monday. Jane Iheba. Ofonime Ewere. Dan Suleiman Apa. Helen Ifacho. Kehinde Abikoye. Chigozie Ugochukwu Umeche. Ihuaru Akachukwu. Oluwatoyin Sanusi. Temitope Babalola. Omolola Adeniyi. Grace Olusukanmi. Mary Queenet Adimachuku. Wisdom Emmanuel. Maimuna Ibrahim. Samuel Olufowoshe. Lawrence Amadi. And Ayotunde Alabi.
Last person is Gani. Last person is Gani. The chairman, membership committee of the Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers. I, the chairman of the education committee, hereby present before you this set of 50 graduate members of the institute who have fulfilled the necessary examination condition to qualify for induction as associates of the institute. I so present them to you. Thank you, Chairman.
Mr. President, having fulfilled all the necessary conditions as a membership of the associate, I hereby present the set of 50 set of graduate for membership on associate. Thank you.
Yeah, the inductees, please. I believe we all have a form here. Then please, you say after me. I, then you mention your names. Hereby solemnly swear as follows. That I will bear true allegiance and always abide by the rules and regulations and of code of ethics and standard of professional conduct of the Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers, of the Securities and Exchange Commission, of Nigerian Exchange Group PLC, NASD OTC Securities Exchange, FMDQ OTC Securities Exchange, and any other securities exchanges, as well as all other laws, rules, regulations, and procedures governing the capital market operations in Nigeria, as may be reviewed from time to time. that I will always uphold the honor and the integrities of the Institute and the profession, that I will not mislead or attempt to mislead the Institute on any issue, that as an associate, I shall not default in the payment of my annual subscription to the Institute, and if I do, my name should be removed from the membership register of the Institute for any defaults beyond the 31st of March of the year deadline. That I will always make myself available to any duly constituted committee, investigating panel, or tribunal on transactions emanating from or in connection with me as a professional, that I will preserve, protect, and defer the terms of reference and other cause for which my committee was constituted, that I will always abide by the capital market dictum. My word is my bond. So help me God.
By the powers conferred on me by the Governing Council of the Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers and by Act 105 of 1992, Laws of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and upon the recommendation of the Membership Committee of the Institute, I hereby confer on you the Associate Membership of the Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers. You are welcome.
The next set of inductees are Joseph Ugu, Anne Omosheyin, Emmanuel Olutoki, David Albert, Edith Ucheme, Olumuyiwa Bolujoko, Monday Malasowe, Ademola Bamidele, Oluwarotimi Ewulomi, Bolatito Ali, Grace Johnson, Caroline Dokwesi, Dayo Aregbeshola, Mustafa Ibrahim, Eric Ekpefua, Jeremy Ibudo, Kazim Salawuddin, Simeon Nwabude, Omotuyi Olorunfemi, Chinedu Mmadu, Akindayomi Kokoluyi, Ajibola Afolabi, Olusegun Atere, Toyin Olowolayemo, Oluwaseun Adeyemi, Adebola Jeba, Michael Awoliyi, Olaseni Jeboda, Hajara Oniyogi, Ibrahim Oretoye, Bosede Shadeko, Sharon Ernest, Taufik Akolade, Hamed Banu, Babatunde Sulaiman, Adeniyi Adejumobi, Charles Ogumiloro, Joseph Shinaike, Idris Adeniyi, Humphrey Irabo, Adetope Rotoye, Olubukola Ekundayo, Miriam Devwed, Samuel Mbawike, Oluwakemi Ugu, Rosemary Ugwego, Eckhart Ini, Solomon Abulime, Oladipupo Anifowose, Abubakar Ibrahim, Lukman Ola, Tony Ibeziako, Peter Oniga, Ayodeji Onigbogi, Hilary Anozie, Babajide Akinola, Regina Akpan, Tajuddin Hamed, Isiaku Mohammed, Francis Akabogu, Olarewaju Adeniyi, Olarewaju Shoyebi, Oladipupo Taiwo, and Mahmoud Hamad.
The chairman of the membership committee of the Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers, I, the chairman of the education committee of the institute, hereby present before you this next set of 50 graduate members of the institute who have been deemed qualified by virtue of passing through the examination of the institute and are hereby qualified to be admitted as associate members of the institute. I so present them to you.
Mr. President, having fulfilled all the necessary conditions for associate membership of the institute, I hereby present 60-member set of C.I.S. graduates for membership of associate. Thank you.
To the inductees, the oath you are about taking is the oath of allegiance to the Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers. So therefore, you say after me, I, then you mention your name. Hereby solemnly swear as follows, that I will bear true allegiance and always abide by the rules and regulations, the code of ethics and standard of professional conduct of the Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers, of the Securities and Exchange Commission, of the Nigerian Exchange Group PLC, NASD OTC Securities Exchange, FMDQ OTC Securities Exchange,
FMDQ,
and any other securities exchanges,
and any other security exchanges,
as well as all other laws,
as well as all other laws,
rules, regulations,
regulations,
and procedures
procedures
governing the capital market operations in Nigeria,
governing the capital market operations in
as may be reviewed from time to time.
as may be reviewed from time to time.
That I will always uphold
that I will always uphold
the honor and integrity
the honor and integrity
of the institutes
of the institute
and the profession,
and the profession,
that I will not mislead
that I will not mislead
or attempt to mislead
or attempt to
the
mislead
institute
the institute
on any issue,
on any issue,
that as an associate,
that I not associate,
I shall not default
I shall not default
in the payment of my annual subscription
in the payment of my annual subscription
to the institute,
to the institute,
and if I do,
and if I do,
my name should be removed
my name should be removed
from the membership register of the institute
from the membership register of the institute
for any default beyond the 31st of March
for any default beyond the 31st of March,
of the year of deadline,
the year of deadline,
that I will always
and I will always
make myself available
make myself available
to any duly constituted committee,
to any duly constituted committee,
investigating panel,
investigating panel,
or tribunal
or tribunal
on transactions emanating from
transactions emanating from
or in connection with me
or in connection with me
as a professional,
as a professional,
that I will preserve,
that I will preserve,
protect,
protect,
and defend the terms of reference
and defend the terms of reference
and other cause for which my committee was constituted,
which my committee was constituted,
that I will always abide
that I will always abide
by the capital market dictum.
by the market dictum.
My word is my bond.
My word is my bond.
So help me God.
So help me God.
By the powers conferred on me by the Governing Council of the Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers and Act 105 of 1992, Laws of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and upon the recommendation of the Membership Committee of the Institute, I hereby confer on you the associate membership of the Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers. You are welcome.
The last set of inductees for tonight's induction are Babatunde Majiyagbe, Muhammad Adamu, Josephine Nwaba, Stella Chijioke Asogwa, Rafiu Afolabi, Riyan Mahmood, Olatunde Mafikunyomi Ogun, Oyebola Oyeniyi, Nelson Olege, Mahmood Mukhtar, Ayola Semowo, Olamide Oluwatuyi, Rabi Medawa, Adeolu Owolabi, Omoniyi Akeremale, Saib Yusuf, Uchenna Ginika, Solomon Amiki, Oluwatosin Olusomi, Taiwo Alao, Victoria Adegboyega, Blessing Ara Oyigbo, Helen Iwagu, Adeyinka Ashafa, Oluwa Somidotun Akinwumi, Adekunle Amiobi, Ridwalha Tijani, Oladele Johnson, Emmanuel Adekolu, Godwin Obijaku, Olufemi Adekunle, Abdulkarim Gezawa, Samuel Shojomoku, Adeola Okunsanya, Olumuyiwa Afolabi, Dahiru Sani, Victoria Ogedengbe, Stephen Chukwu, Muhammad Salihu, Oluwabumi Olushesi, Benedict Awure, Wasiu Karim, Olushola Banjo, David Adu, Chizi Ebuji, Paul Igbenokwahe, sorry for the name, Adebola Akinlabi Babalola, Oluwaseyi Kusoro, Sanusi Sa, Kingsley Omonigu, Adenike Foster Aleru, and Kehinde Olasheinde.
Okay. The chairman of the membership committee of the Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers, in my capacity as the chairman of the education committee, I hereby present before you this last set of 60 graduate members of the institute who have fulfilled the necessary examination conditions for them to be qualified for induction as associate members of the institute. I so present them to you, the chairman membership committee.
Mr. President, having fulfilled all the necessary conditions for membership of the institute, I hereby present 61 set of graduate for membership of the institute. Thank you.
Hereby solemnly swear as follows, that I will bear true allegiance and always abide by the rules and regulations, code of ethics and standard of professional conduct of the Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers, of the Securities and Exchange Commission, of the Nigerian Exchange Group PLC, NASD OTC Securities Exchange, FMDQ OTC Securities Exchange, and any other securities exchanges, as well as all other laws, rules, regulations, and procedures governing the capital market operations in Nigeria, as may be reviewed from time to time. That I will always uphold the honor and integrity of the institute and the profession. That I will not mislead or attempt to mislead the institute on any issue. That as an associate, I shall not default in the payment of my annual subscription to the institute, and if I do, my name should be removed from the membership register of the institute for any default beyond the 31st of March of the year deadline. That I will always make myself available to any duly constituted committee, investigating panel, or tribunal on any transactions emanating from or in connection with me as a professional. That I will preserve, protect, and defend the terms of reference and other cause for which my committee was constituted. That I will always abide by the capital market dictum, my word is my bond. So help me God.
By the powers conferred on me by the Governing Council of the Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers and Act 105 of 1992, Laws of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and upon the recommendation of the Membership Committee of the Institute, I hereby confer on you the associate membership of the Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers. You are welcome. Congratulations. 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 Congrats. Congratulations. Congrats.
Thank you very much.
Congrats.
Thank you, sir.
I'm the one that is loyal.
I am also loyal, sir. On this podium, I'm loyal, sir.
Madam.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Congrats. Congratulations. Congrats. Congratulations. Congrats. Congratulations. 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 Thank you, sir. Congratulations. Congrats. Congratulations. Finally. Congrats. Congrats.
My council, my former council member.
Finally.
My former council member.
Thank you, sir. Congratulations. Congrats. Congrats. Thank you, sir. Congratulations. Congrats. Thank you, sir. Madam, congratulations. Congratulations. Thank you,
house are you trading for? You are not tired. Congrats. Yeah, it's very bright stuff. Huh? Congrats. Thank you, sir. Congrats. Congratulations. Thank you, sir. Executive Director of Operations. Oh, congratulations. Thank you, sir. Habour and Congratulations, sir. Thank you, sir. Congrats, sir. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Congrats. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. Congratulations to all the inductees, the new associates. Can we give them a round of applause? It's been a journey. It is not easy. Let's give them a final round of applause. Thank you. Make it louder, make it louder, make it louder. Thank you very much. Now, we want to recognize some of the new associates. And as the chairman of the Education Committee, I want to announce the names of these new associates who distinguish themselves creditably with superior examination scores above 70% in the following subjects of their various levels of examinations. They are indeed very distinguished, the few amongst the lot. The first on the list is Mr. Suleiman B. Suleiman, overall best student in level 1 at the September 2020 examination diet. Mr. Suleiman B. Suleiman, can you please step forward? He's coming. Please give him a round of applause. He's taking serious rigors. Okay, no, they should all wait. Yeah. Okay. All right. Mr. Suleiman B. Suleiman. Please give him the president.
Congratulations. Well done. Where do you work? Very
Wow.
nice. Very nice. They have a good material in this.
They're still coming back.
He's still coming back. Okay. Congratulations. Please step down and wait on this side. I learned you are still coming back. Mr. John Abel Briggs is the Mr. John Abel Briggs scored the highest C.I.S scorer in paper 2.4 at the September 2020 examination diet. Mr. John Abel Briggs, please step forward to receive your award. prize award from the president. Where is it? The next award goes to Miss Flora Adjoa Fabian, highest scorer in paper 2.4 at the March 2021 examination diet. Miss Flora Adjoa Fabian. Congratulations. Please step up the podium. Thank you. Once again, it is my pleasure to call upon Mr. Suleiman B. Suleiman again as the highest scorer in paper 2.3, again in another diet at the March 2021 examination diet. This is our words. Let me just call him. Okay, I think we are done. That's it. Yeah. The four award winners should please step forward there. They are champions, and we want to stand for the champion. Stand up for the champions. Please come up, step up, step up.
Congratulations. I'm sorry, Mr. Suleiman B. Suleiman. Mr. Suleiman. Oh, no. Okay. Oh, I think. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, please can you give a round of applause for yourselves and for all of the inductees. Mr. Suleiman B. Suleiman, please can you come? Yes, come. This gathering is not done with you. Don't worry, I think the institute is done with you. At least you've gotten awards twice now. Please, let's give this young man a round of applause, please. Give him a round of applause. Give him a round of applause. I'll ask him a very personal question. Okay, I have a gist for every one of us gathered here. This young man actually studied biomedical sciences, and he said he decided to go into finance because he found it interesting. And look at you, are getting 2 awards in 1 induction service. Ladies and gentlemen, please give him a round of applause. That's the evidence of the dedication and commitment I'll be taking coaching from you after now. Please give him another round of applause. Just excellent to see him do so much and so well. We will now proceed even as we take an induction charge. So please, all inductees, you are advised to pay absolute attention to this. And to give the induction charge, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mrs. Elizabeth Eby as she comes to give the induction charge. Please, let's give her a round of applause. Let's give her a round of applause. Let's give her a round of applause. Thank you.
Okay. Wow, it's been a great day, a great evening. What a harvest for the Institute. Good evening, distinguished city gentlemen. I will be standing on the existing protocol so that we can proceed with this charge. This charge is like no other. This charge is documented so that it can serve as an evidence that you have been properly advised as to who you are, the expectations, and if you are dedicated and you do well, what the result will be. So I'll start by actually congratulating each and every one of you for this achievement. It is with joy that I welcome you into this highly privileged and unique professional community to qualify to be addressed as a stockbroker, which is a dream of most young people hoping to pursue a career in finance and business all over the world. We can see the case of Suleiman, who wanted to be a medical scientist and actually is now a stockbroker of high esteem. It's important to note that a stockbroker is a more consummate professional than an investment banker. An investment banker, a stockbroker can perform all the services that an investment banker can perform, has all the skills, but the investment banker cannot trade. An investment banker may not necessarily have the opportunity to provide professional advice to the clients the way the stockbroker would do. And the stockbroker would trade and make money for the clients, which is rare, and then you can also do it for yourself. I tell you that is one of the reasons why I chose to move into stockbroking, so that I'll be a more fulfilled investment banker. This is a profession that hitherto has been made exclusive for men. But by divine intervention, women have been admitted. And I'm happy to note that at least we have 24% of women inducted today. I say congratulations. And we're looking for more of that coming forward. It is good to know that in Wall Street, in New York City, stockbrokers dominate the terrain, and it was for them that the word yuppies was coined. The same applies in London, in Beijing, and Johannesburg. To the rest of the world, a stockbroker comes across as an enigma, something larger than life. A typical stockbroker exudes confidence, class, invariably attracts respect and trust wherever he or she goes. Whether you're male or female, the personality of a stockbroker is always defined by the limitless intellect, an uncanny ability to resolve practically all investment-related issues, an unblemished character, and of course, the power dressing. The first sign that he or she is a stockbroker is almost always the tailor-measured suits, the spotless white shirts, and the extra polished black shoes. So, for you coming into the community today, it is so much to be proud of. Apart from the enviable reputation of the profession that you are going to inherit, you are going to become very rich because you will be helping thousands of your individual and corporate clients to become rich. You cannot be a wealth builder and not be wealthy yourself. However, there is something you must always have in mind every second of your career from now on. To survive and prosper in this business, your word must always be your bond. This has been said several times by all those who have charged you earlier on. It's important that you are a person of integrity and that you're always a person that is trustworthy. For the avoidance of doubt, integrity has 4 components: honesty, openness, disclosure, and fairness. You must always be seen to be upright in each of these 4 areas. For example, if you allot shares to your friends or family members and they all met all the conditions for that procedure, you must still report those transactions to the relevant authorities. That is disclosure. The securities and investment profession has no room for rogues or robbers. You're expected to give your clients the best possible professional advice at all times. It has been said that those advice should even be better than the advice you give to yourself. You must never touch any money that belongs to your client. This is a business that is entirely founded on trust. And the repercussions are very severe for any member of the community that does not conform. May I, at this juncture, mention that the Nigerian capital market has multiple platforms for disciplining erring professionals in the industry. The Investment and Securities Tribunal is there. SEC has its own internal administrative proceedings, while the C.I.S. has its own disciplinary tribunal. In fact, various securities exchanges have their own internal disciplinary structures. All these go to show how important the market takes the issue of discipline and trust. The capital market is a highly sophisticated market where the only constant is change. Consequently, every stockbroker owes it to himself or herself and the market to daily and regularly attend the continuous professional development training programs of the Institute. As you attend the training programs, points will be given to you such that at the end of the training cycle, you do not meet minimum expected number of points, you will be delisted from the Institute's membership register. Dear colleagues, it is important that I draw attention to your financial obligations to the Institute. This is very important. It has been mentioned, and you have taken oaths towards meeting this commitment. But I need to let you know that as an institute, we'll need the funds to be able to propagate all the activities of the Institute and to defend the Institute in several ways that become necessary. They say that money is a defense, and it also answers all things. Therefore, I charge our brokers to make sure that they fund their membership dues and make sure that the Institute is not exposed to any financial risks. That is the reason Council decided that every member must pay his or her annual dues latest by the 31st of March of every year. Failure to do that also means that you are delisted. You will be delisted from the membership register and can no longer practice. This has been highlighted, and I believe that we should all take note of it. I therefore call on you all to be responsible members of the Institute to every facet of these points that we have mentioned. Be up to date on the current trends in the markets. Pay your annual dues on time every year, and maintain high level of personal and professional integrity in your business. Please ensure that you indicate interest in serving in at least one of the committee of the council at every point in time. It is the way you can show that you're deeply committed to the well-being and progress of the Institute. As a matter of fact, each one of you is a potential president of the Institute. Having said that, let me assure you that you are indeed a very lucky group, because the future is very bright for the securities and investment profession globally. Nigeria is even more promising than the entire business of the capital market, because the capital market in Nigeria is just beginning to attract the attention and respect that it deserves in the country. You can say that the market is still at the very foundational stages. I give you some examples, some statistics. In a country of 200 million people, only 6 million have bona fide securities trading accounts. The ratio of the stock market capitalization to GDP is still very low in this country compared to other advanced economies of the world, including South Africa, where the market capitalization is in multiples of the GDP. Furthermore, as at today, there are 6 securities exchanges in Nigeria. You have the NGX, you have the FMDQ, you have the NSD, you have the AFEX, you have the Lagos Commodities Futures Exchange, and the Nigerian Commodities Exchange. And it should interest you to know that only bona fide C.I.S members are permitted to trade or deal in any of these exchanges. The essence of mentioning these facts is to emphasize the point that the structure is there to ensure that you succeed in your chosen career. However, whether you actually do succeed or not is dependent on your personal desire and conduct. A very eminent member of the stockbroking community once stated that there are 3 categories of stockbrokers, namely those that watch things happen, those that wonder how things happen, and those that make things happen. For each and every one of you, my advice is that you strive to be among the 3rd category that will make things happen. Let us make things happen in our businesses. Let us make things happen in Nigeria. Who says we cannot make things happen globally? After all, our own dear Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala is making waves at the WTO. So let us all decide to make sure that we make things happen wherever we are. Just 3 companies alone in the US, the Apple, Facebook, Google, they generate revenues that is close to half of the GDP of the entire African continent. In 2020, Apple Incorporated alone generated $270 billion in revenue, which amounted to over half of the $430 billion that Africa's most populous country, Nigeria, recorded as GDP in that same year. So there is a lot of work to be done in this economy. And all of us as stockbrokers are expected to be the fulcrum that drives the expected growth trajectory. let me close this short remark by once again congratulating you for making it this far in your quest to forge a fulfilling professional career for yourselves. The syllabus of the C.I.S. professional examination is considered one of the widest and toughest in the world. Yet, you were able to write and pass the exams. In addition to that, the Institute has monitored your conduct since the time of passing the exams and have found you all worthy of being called stockbrokers. That is why you are being inducted today, or you have been inducted today, and you are stockbrokers. And I say congratulations. From now on, you will no longer be Oles, but very distinguished alphas on your way to becoming billionaires. I'm praying for you now. I'm seeing more Warren Buffetts amongst you. I see more Bill Gates amongst you. I also see people more than Aliko Dangote amongst you. Therefore, I ask you, I charge you to go out there and do exploits and make the Institute proud and also make yourself proud. To all of that, I say congratulations and may God bless the work of your hand. And we will be hearing very good news as we have several of you making waves, becoming billionaires, becoming wealthy to the glory of God. Thank you very much. Once more, congratulations.
Congratulations indeed to everyone. And thank you very much, Mrs. Elizabeth Aby, for that wonderful charge. And now we are going to take the response on behalf of the new associates. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause as I welcome Mrs. Olubumi Olushesi. Please a round of applause for Mrs. Olubumi Olushesi. Oh, she's coming from quite the distance. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you. Please give her a round of applause. Thank you.
Good evening, learned colleagues and city gentlemen. Permit me to stand on the existing protocol. Someone once said, the journey in life begins with a step. One step and another, the longest journey is ended. The work to get to this point for many of us has been insightful and inspiring, filled with great commitments and sacrifices. But no one ever completes this worthwhile journey alone without some sort of support and leadership from great people. We're using this medium to appreciate the management of our great institutes and our lecturers for their great support. In the same vein, we extend our heartfelt gratitude to our family, friends, standing by us during this journey. We believe you are indeed proud of us. We are sensitive to our responsibilities and other stakeholders within the capital market ecosystem. I will do everything to sustain the legacy and the tradition of the profession. We're going forth to improve, develop, and make positive impacts in the Nigerian capital market. Long live the Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers of Nigeria. God bless Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you very much again. That is the response on behalf of all of the all of the new associates, rather. At this point, I would like to bring up the first vice president of the Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers to carry out some duties that, for some reasons, were not possible to be done much earlier. And so, please welcome Mr. Wole Adeosun, FCS. Please give him a round of applause.
in papers 1.4 and 2.4 at levels 1 and 2. So please step forward for his award. Please give him a round of applause for his meritorious service to the Institute.
Mr. Aledari, on behalf of the Institute and its members, I would like to thank you so much for your meritorious service. You are always there. You are ready to burn the midnight candle in the service of your institute. And you have contributed immensely in the ability of the institute to turn out the quality of graduates and associates we have been turning out. So this is an award that is well deserved. We thank you, and we wish you all the very best in all your future endeavors. Thank you, and congratulations once again.
Thank you very much. You can okay. Photo. Congratulations. I wish to call upon the last examiner to be recognized tonight for his meritorious service to the Institute. He is Dr. Mohammed B. Aliyu Momo, Fellow of the Institute. He is the Chief Examiner and Group Coordinator in papers 1.4 and 2.4 at levels 1 and 2. Uniquely, Dr. Momo is also the Vice Chairman of the Education Committee. He is my Vice Chairman on that committee, and he has seen to the integrity of the Institute exams, spending so much time in the pre, during, and after the examinations processes. We want to recognize you for your distinguished service to the Institute, and pray that you will continue to serve the Institute for a longer period. Thank you very much. Congratulations.
Dr. Momo, on behalf of the Institute and its members, I would like to thank you for your meritorious service to the Institute, and particularly our exam committee. You stand as one of the oldest members of that committee. You've served in our exam committee for a total of about 22 years. That is quite remarkable. And in the 22 years, we've not had any blemish. We've not had any breach. And you had consistently ensured that the quality of our exams remains of one of the highest standards. This is very, very remarkable achievement. You deserve all the accolades you are getting. And it's our hope that you will continue to make yourself available, make your experience available to the service of this institute. I had no doubt in my mind that you, as long as we have you as in very high capacity in our exams process and in our education process, the sky is the limit for the institute. Thank you very much, and we are grateful as an institute for your effort. Thank you.
Thank you very much, DG. Thank you very much, President. Thank you very much, distinguished principal officers. Thank you.
And gentlemen, please a round of applause for yourselves for so far so good. It's been a wonderful day standing here and going through these proceedings with minds such, so wonderful as yours. At this point, we have come to, I think we have gone past the point of us all enjoying dinner. Yes, I really believe that we have all gone past that, and I'm sure you enjoyed yourselves. At this point, I'm going to just welcome the co-chairperson. At this point, I'll just welcome the co-chairpersons of the organizing of the annual conference committee. The co-chairpersons, please, ladies and gentlemen, welcome with me Mr. Ayodeji Ebo and Mrs. Elile Olutimai. Please give them a round of applause. Give them a round of applause. Please give them a round of applause as they come up. Give them a round of applause. Thank you very much. Oh, please, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to hand over this microphone for them until I'm sure you truly appreciate the fact that they are coming up here now. Okay, as I'm threatening you, they are also issuing their threats behind me. Guess who would win? They will.
Good evening, everyone. And please permit me to stand on existing protocol. This year's conference has been very phenomenal, and based on our focus, which is that capital markets as a catalyst for economic development and sustainable growth. And looking at the preliminary sessions, we try to focus on the opportunities we believe the capital market can extract from the recently passed Petroleum Industry Act. We also try to assess the micro, small, medium enterprise based on the strategic importance and the role they play in our economy. And lastly, what we feel is very germane and is very concerning to the investors, which is unclaimed dividend. We try to also ensure that it's discussed. And we can assure you that a lot of the suggestions, the recommendations will be summarized and published in a communique so that all this, the time we have spent here, would be worthwhile. And before I hand over to my co-chairman, I would like to congratulate the new inductees, and I wish you the best in your endeavors. Thank you.
So thank you, everyone. Please permit me also to stand on existing protocols. We want to say a very big thank you to all our sponsors. Without them, this event would not have been a success. So please permit me to just do a roll call in no particular order. The Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, the Nigerian Exchange Group, Afex Commodities Exchange. Please, can you join me? Put your hands together for the sponsors. Thank you very much. Tangerine, VFD Group, Zenith Bank PLC, my employers, Cardinal Stone Partners Limited, Central Securities Clearing System PLC, C.I.S, Coronation Merchant Bank, Stanbic IBTC. Please join us. Put your hands together for them. Thank you very much. Meristem Securities, Nigerian International Securities Limited, NISL, Codras Capital, United Capital, APEL Assets, NPF Pension, Africa Prudential's Registrars. Please join me. Put your hands together for all of them. We also want to thank the speakers and panelists and the moderators we've had so far. We thank them very much for an insightful and engaging session we've had. We're looking forward to tomorrow for a much better, interesting session too. We also want to thank the Board of Fellows, Council members for giving us the opportunity to serve. Thank you very much. We want to thank the principal officers also, Mr. Molegbe, Mr. Deoshun, and our own very boss, Mr. Oluropo Dada. Thank you very much. Your energy, your drive has been very inspiring. Thank you very much. Please, can you put your hands together for them? We also want to thank the Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers, led by the registrar, Mr. Akerewusi. Thank you very much for the support of your staff. We want to thank our vendors, the event manager, Afrida Events, Sound Floss Production, and Bollard Catering. Please put your hands together for them. And last but not the least, please permit me to call all committee members present on the stage, please. In no particular order, Mrs. Fiona Aime, FCS, Chairman Fundraising Subcommittee. Please put your hands together for her as she comes to the stage. Saeed Bashar, ACS, Chairman Logistics Subcommittee. Abolaji Nuruddin, ACS, unavoidably absent. Please put your hands together. Please join us to continue to put your hands together for them. Thank you. Antonia Obidima Uwaje, ACS, Chairman Publicity Subcommittee. We also want to thank Mrs. Ojone Kaber, ACS. Please put your hands together for her. Mr. Muiwa Adeyemi, FCS. Mr. Anthony Bertram. Mrs. Oladuni Olawi, ACS. Mrs. Adedoyin Allen, who is also unavoidably absent. Mr. Johnson O. Daniel. Mr. Bode Ayeku. Mr. Rotimi Olubi. And a special thanks to the C.I.S. staff who's worked with us to please join us on stage, Mr. Olumide Koka, Mrs. Chinasa Irozuru, and Mr. Olusonya Oyeyemi. Please put your hands together as the rest of them come to stage. Olumide, Chinasa, and Sonya. Mrs. Ojon, please, can you join us on stage? Thank you very much. Please put your hands together for Mrs. Ojon as she joins us on stage. Please, you join me, put your hands together for them as they take a bow. Please put your hands together for them. So on this final note, we want to thank you once again, everyone, and we wish you safe journey to your various destinations. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Thank you and God bless.
Please, inductees who are yet to submit their oath of allegiance form are to hand it over to any usher closest to them. Please note that submission is a prerequisite condition to receiving your certificate. Please, inductees who are yet to submit their oath of allegiance form should hand it over to any usher closest to them. Submission is a prerequisite condition for receiving your certificate. If you belong to the executive route 2020 for Lagos and Abuja, if you belong to the executive route 2020 for Lagos and Abuja, please gather yourselves so you can have your photo up either out there on the stand or on the stage here. Please, if you belong to the executive route 2020 for Lagos and Abuja, please gather yourselves around now so you can have your photo up on the stage or outside at the photo stand. Again, if you are here as an inductee and you are yet to submit your oath of allegiance, please hand it over to any usher closest to you, because submission of that oath of allegiance is a prerequisite condition for you to receiving your certificate. Thank you very much. We look forward to being here with you again tomorrow morning from 9 a.m.